Mickey is not just a word. Mickey is not something you just say just to be saying it. Mickey is us. Mickey is the upbringing. Mickey is the hustler, the ambition. And one, you should see what Mickey is for your own self. See this movement going on in my head. Just thinking to myself, what can I do to get us all right? I got 1,000,001 thoughts. And 1,000,001 of them thoughts is take care of my family and getting this money for my people. I am Mickey. And I agree to being Mickey. All I see is the top. I'm the cream of the crop. All I see is green. Dollar signs. $1,000,001 are on my mind. I'm thinking about 1,000,000,000. Let's just get this million. And as you can see, as time goes on, there will be a new star in your eyes, right in front of your eyes. Look me in my eyes. Blood, sweat, and tears, dedication, motivation. I'm focused on one thing, and that's making it. Mickey is here to stay. Mickey.
Cool now, Tyler. Yeah. Cool now, Tyler. I'm Mickey. You Mickey. We Mickey.
They Mickey. I'm Mickey. We Mickey. She Mickey. They Mickey. He Mickey. We Mickey. We Mickey. They Mickey. She Mickey. We Mickey. He Mickey. They Mickey. I'm Mickey. We Mickey. We Mickey.
Alright, let's get into it. Alright, there you go. See to the picture over there to the right. You notice in the video was a blood named Aunt Beezy from LBV. They also represent Hollywood, a block just over from Lawrence, where the L stand for LBV. Lawrence, what LBV stand for is Lawrence Blood's Villians. And over to this picture you see over here to the far right in the gray sweatsuit, you see it's Aunt Beezy, and he has a little couple of rap little videos, you know, and he also have rap songs you can go and check out, you know, on YouTube. But anyway, this blood set is one of the, is the first bloods that came to Toledo, Ohio. Consists of only 3 blocks that they represent. Well, now 4 now, but it started off with just 1 block, and then you have another blood set. Their allies, Maplewood Street Gangsters, the street right next over. Then you got people who claim Hollywood, and that's 3 blocks. And then you also got a block on Post, you know, that Dunway Boys, a blood set gang, new gang that just started some years ago, that you know, represent the Post block. And they also represent the other 3 blocks also. They all one set together. They all separate, and they little blood set gangs, but they all both is one bloods. But you know, I'm going ahead and break down the history until, you know, everything that had happened with these individual gang members, breaking down the history of the violence that had took place in the past. You know, we have a few people that have passed away. A fellow gang members people that have been charged, even been charged with murder. You know, that's right here in this picture. But we're gonna start off with the slangs. We're gonna first start off with one fellow gang member, Chris Ross. And, Chris Ross, he died at 17. On March 3rd, 2008, a group of Bloods gathered on the corner of Delaware and Lawrence near the home of Anthony Moore and his grandmother to mourn the death of Theodore Wiggins, a gang member who was killed on the previous evening. Christopher Ross, who was 17 years old at the time, was among that group, was seated on the porch of his home with a caddy corner to and on the other side of Lawrence from Moore's residence. According to Moore, William Blaylock came down to the corner where the group was standing and instigated a fight between his nephew and Ross. After Moore spoke with him, the applicant returned to his home. At some point after the first incident, Blaylock came out of his home and stood on the porch holding a weapon that was described as a long gun or big gun. He then went back into his house. Approximately 2 hours after the fight, Blaylock again came out of his home wearing a hoodie jacket. According to Tyree Daniels, who was part of the group standing in front of Moore's home, the applicant walked to the corner of Lawrence and Delaware, turned left on Delaware and started heading towards Collingwood. He then stopped a couple of feet from Lawrence and Delaware. Daniel was worried about Blaylock had his hand inside his pockets. Therefore, he crossed the street and approached him. Tyree talked to Blaylock and asked him to not let nothing happen because we had just lost someone and we ain't need no extra bullshit going on around. Anthony Moore also walked over and joined them. Applicant told them he did not want any problems, but he was going to protect his family. At that point, Daniels believed that everything was alright. The applicant niece, who they're stating is Blaylock, however, came out the house with a baseball bat next to his uncle and began arguing with the crowd standing in front of Moore's house. Part of the crowd, which include Christopher Ross, started to rush across the street towards Daniels, Moore, Blaylock, and his niece. Blaylock pulled a handgun out of his jacket, and the crowd turned and started to run back across the street. Blaylock fired the gun twice. The first bullet struck Christopher Ross in his left buttocks as he was turning to run away. Ross fell into the street, then he got up, and the second bullet struck him in the back, and he fell again. Ross was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. After the shooting, Blaylock turned to his home, changing his clothes, and left the .38 caliber handgun with him.
They can't get it, man. And they on my tip. Hit them with them stick. This ain't John Mack. I wanna flip a brick. I'm on some other shit. I'm on other shit. I'm talking about counting money. Fuck you in the legs. I got a 4-5, so niggas really in the legs. I'm the busy bitch. I keep rolls in my cup. And I'ma switch it up. Red fucking tubs. I might throw it up. I might throw it up.
They Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, she Mickey, they Mickey, he Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey, they Mickey, she Mickey, we Mickey, he Mickey, they Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey.
I stretch Luke Longley, I got Luke Longley. Hit them hoes with that goddamn posy. And Posey. Rose. I'm a fucking Rose. I don't drink Rose. At the fucking block. 2400. And I'm slanging hard. Screaming fuck the cops. In the backyard. Screaming fuck the law. Bad bitch want me stick this dick off in a drawer. I'm the Beezytron. Fuck what Beezytron. You would get in mine. I ain't gonna stop now. Until my fucking body ain't I got to get it now. Rose, baby. I get it, baby. I don't need a pill just to get me in the groove. I'm fucking sober just to get off in the groove. I'm busy, baby. Fuck you lately. I'm about to set it. These niggas play.
They Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, she Mickey, they Mickey, he Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey, they Mickey, she Mickey, we Mickey, he Mickey, they Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey.
You bang, I bang. You gotta be on the block and crack cocaine. You got pistols, I got pistols. I got missiles that swing you to heaven with the pistols. Quit playing with me like it's a game. Holly write no dirty shame.
They Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, she Mickey, they Mickey, he Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey, they Mickey, she Mickey, we Mickey, he Mickey, they Mickey, I'm Mickey, we Mickey, we Mickey.
I'm off the road, I'm off all that. Engineering my beats, you already know who I do it. CJ, 24, classy. I fuck with niggas. I go Duffy on the north side. I fuck with a lot of niggas new. We record all that shit, cause this shit real. I fuck with a little head. You know what I'm saying? Before that little head was Smith Park. I've been a Lawrence Boy villain since the day I was youngin'. Could come off the porch. And nigga is a Beezytron, he back, at least expect it coming soon. It's a promo song for you fucks, and I'm off the head. And I ain't playing, cause let me write down. I got some shit I need to say, but fuck my chest. Bitch, I'm out here.